Have you ever covered a book in notes, highlights, and annotations, only to stare at a blank page and wonder, okay, how do I turn all of this into a great essay? You are definitely not alone. Today, we're going to break down 5 simple steps to turn those annotations into a powerful, high-scoring answer.
Yeah, this probably looks pretty familiar, right? You've done all the hard work. You read carefully, you highlighted, you filled the margins with your thoughts, but then you face that empty page, and that one big question just looms. Now what? It's a really frustrating feeling, but it's a problem we can absolutely solve.
And that's exactly what we're going to do. The good news is there's a reliable, repeatable process that takes you from all those scattered notes to a focused, insightful answer. We're going to walk through it together, step by step, so you can feel totally confident. So, where does a great answer really begin? Well, it actually starts before you even read the first word of the story. It all begins with step 1, task-focused reading. This right here is the crucial first move. Always, and I mean always, read the writer's task, the prompt, first. Why? Because it gives you a mission. It's like a treasure map. It tells you exactly what you're supposed to be looking for. So as you're reading, you're not just randomly highlighting things that seem cool. You're an investigator, actively hunting for evidence about character, or conflict, or theme, whatever the task is asking for. All right, so you've read the text with a clear mission in mind, and you collected a bunch of evidence. Now we get to move into the analysis phase with steps 2 and 3. This is all about making sense of everything you found. These 2 steps work together perfectly. First, you're going to look for patterns in the evidence you've gathered. Then, you're going to state what those patterns actually mean. This is the moment your notes start to level up into real, original ideas. Okay, for step 2, imagine you're spreading out all your notes like a detective with clues. You have to ask yourself, what do these details have in common? Am I seeing a cause and effect thing here? Like, maybe the setting is what's causing all the conflict, or maybe the author's word choice keeps creating this one specific tone. Your whole goal is to find the strongest connections between your notes. Now, for step 3, we've got a simple little phrase that is a total game changer for analysis. By forcing yourself to finish the sentence, these all show that you stop just listing things you saw and start forming a genuine, powerful understanding of the text. Let's look at how this works. Imagine you're reading the story's civil piece. Your notes point out that the setting is unsafe, the community is broken, and people are poor. Okay, so you group those clues together, and you use our sentence starter. These all show that life after the war is dangerous and hard to survive. Do you see that? You just took 3 separate details and created one powerful insight. We are so close. We've found our evidence, and we figured out what it shows. The final steps are all about explaining why that discovery matters and then packaging it all up into a perfect, clear answer. So step 4 pushes us into real analysis by making us ask why. Why is this important? And step 5 is kind of the grand finale, where we take all our hard work and forge it into a single polished thesis statement. Here is another game-changing sentence stem for you. This one's for step 4. The word because. It's like a magic key that unlocks true analysis. It forces you to explain the reason behind what you noticed, which moves you way beyond just summarizing and into some powerful interpretation. And this shows you the difference perfectly. On the left, you've got a simple observation. The setting is dangerous. Okay, that's just restating the evidence. But look at the right. By adding that one word, because, we connect the dangerous setting to its effect on what the characters are doing. That is analysis. That is exactly what scorers are looking for. And that brings us to step 5, which honestly is now super simple. You're not just pulling an answer out of thin air, you're just assembling the pieces you already built. You use this formula. Combine the keywords from the task, add by or because, and then plug in that awesome answer you just created in steps 3 and 4. So let's see this formula in action one last time with our civil piece example. The task asks how the setting adds to the conflict. So we take that language, we add our because, and we plug in our discovery. And boom, the result is the exact powerful answer you see right here. The setting contributes to the conflict in civil piece because it creates danger and desperation for the characters. It's clear, it's analytical, and it directly answers the question. Perfect. Okay, so this is a great method, we know that, but why does it work so well? Let's connect these 5 steps directly to what scorers are actually trained to look for when they read your writing.
Take a look at this rubric. It's based on the official scoring guides. A top-scoring paper needs a clear and fully developed thesis. It needs specific, well-chosen, and relevant evidence. Well, guess what? Our 5-step process is literally designed to produce exactly that. Step 1 makes sure your evidence is relevant, and steps 2 through 5 build that clear, fully developed thesis for you.
So, just remember, this process isn't some random classroom exercise. When you follow these steps, you are creating the very things in your writing that earn the highest scores. That clear analysis, that strong connection between your ideas and the text, that's the whole game. At the end of the day, think of it like this. Your annotations are just the raw clues you find scattered around, but you are the detective. Your job isn't to just list the clues, it's to piece them together, find the pattern, and solve the case by explaining what it all means. So the next time you finish annotating a text, don't ask yourself, now what? Instead, look at all that great evidence you've gathered, start the process, and ask yourself a much more powerful question. Now, what am I going to prove?